Welcome and thank you for listening to this Paragon Edge audio blog. The global payments industry continues its digital transformation, driven by evolving consumer expectations, relentless technological innovation, and the ever present shadow of government legislation. As Paragon highlighted in our recent blog, how will government legislation impact the future of payments in 2025? The current regulatory environment is more dynamic than ever, demanding immediate and strategic attention from financial institutions, payment processors, issuers, and acquirers alike. We previously looked into some of the intricacies of the U.S. interchange fee debate, the potential shakeup at the CFPB, and the ongoing impact of foundational regulations like PSD2, GDPR, PCI DSS, and the Durbin Amendment. We also emphasized the significance of the EU's Digital Operational Resilience Act as an indication of stricter operational requirements surfacing globally, particularly in the wake of incidents like the massive 2024 CrowdStrike outage. While confidence in meeting regulatory deadlines might be high among financial services leaders, a recent Finextra survey and research paper highlights the concerning reality that only 3% of surveyed executives believe their current technology stack is adequate to deal with the challenges presented by these uncertain times. This disconnect highlights a critical vulnerability in the wake of escalating compliance demands and a rapidly shifting threat landscape. Clearly, the pace of change across the payment industry is not slowing down. In fact, recent developments further emphasize the urgent need for an aggressive and sophisticated approach to achieving and maintaining compliance, with advanced payment testing at its core. Beyond the ongoing debates and established regulations, new directives and a sharper focus on existing ones are emerging, creating fresh challenges and opportunities. Operational resilience is becoming a global imperative. Although the Digital Operational Resilience Act, DORA, originated in the EU, it reflects a wider international trend. Governments around the world are acknowledging the systemic risks of interconnected digital infrastructure. In the US, for example, there is growing momentum to define and align cyber requirements for critical infrastructure. This evolution signals that financial institutions should brace for comparable mandates, where documented, rigorous testing will be essential. Regulators are scrambling to keep pace with the rise of new payment technologies. As innovative solutions flood the market, there's a growing effort to implement frameworks that protect consumers, ensure financial stability, and support AML compliance. A case in point is the UK's swift regulatory response to the rapid spread of buy now, pay later (BNPL) services, often likened to a financial Wild West. Such reactive measures demand testing strategies that can adapt quickly and support fast-track compliance. Geopolitical uncertainty is reshaping regulatory priorities. Countries across the Nordic region, including Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden, are developing offline payment systems to guard against economic disruption. This shift underscores a broader emphasis on resilience and business continuity, increasing the complexity of operational testing amid rising global instability. Enforcement strategies are becoming more refined, even as some agencies streamline legacy guidance. The U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, for instance, is rolling back outdated policies, not to reduce oversight, but to enable more targeted and impactful enforcement. As a result, financial organizations must remain agile, updating their compliance frameworks to stay aligned with evolving expectations. Technology is playing a larger role in compliance efforts. According to a recent Finextra survey, a growing number of financial institutions are turning to AI, 66%, and data analytics, 72%, to tackle compliance challenges. However, integrating these advanced tools also introduces new responsibilities. They must be thoroughly tested for accuracy, fairness, and adherence to privacy and security regulations. In this hyper-dynamic environment, where compliance is at a crossroads and the risk of outages is ever present, a traditional legacy approach to testing and compliance is inadequate and threatens organizational disaster. Payment companies must move beyond basic manual processes and embrace sophisticated testing tools and strategies that offer a broad range of benefits. One key advantage is the ability to ensure comprehensive regulatory coverage. Modern testing tools can automatically map test cases to specific regulatory requirements, such as PCI DSS controls, PSD2's strong customer authentication mandates, or DORA's operational resilience criteria. This creates a clear, auditable trail that simplifies reporting and demonstrates regulatory diligence. Maintaining compliance over time becomes far more feasible through automated, continuous validation. As systems evolve and new rules are introduced, this proactive testing approach helps organizations uncover potential compliance gaps before they escalate into risks or lead to penalties. Staying ahead of emerging payment methods also demands flexibility in testing. With the rise of digital wallets and EMV contactless payments, testing solutions must accommodate these new protocols and verify their secure integration within existing infrastructures. Managing risk and validating system resilience are equally crucial. Advanced fraud simulation capabilities now go far beyond basic scenarios. Leading testing platforms can replicate complex AI-driven fraud tactics to rigorously evaluate and enhance detection and prevention systems, critical in a rapidly evolving threat landscape. Drawing on lessons from incidents like those involving CrowdStrike, organizations are increasingly turning to chaos engineering techniques. By intentionally introducing controlled disruptions, such as network latency, service degradation, or partial outages, testing teams can pinpoint system weaknesses and validate business continuity strategies under stress. The evaluation of third-party vendors has also become a fundamental testing requirement. As dependence on external providers grows, it's essential to assess their compliance and resilience, ensuring they meet your organization's standards for security and operational performance. Looking toward the future, automation delivers significant improvements in speed and precision. Manual testing simply can't keep up with the pace of regulatory change. Automated tools reduce test cycle durations, enabling quicker adaptation to new mandates and supporting immediate compliance. Centralized data management plays a key role in this transformation. Unlike fragmented manual testing, modern platforms consolidate test data across applications and systems, enabling efficient functional, regression, and performance testing, all while reducing errors and streamlining collaboration. Finally, continual performance testing must be embedded in every testing strategy. Payment systems should undergo rigorous performance analysis, not just periodically, but as part of every build or release cycle, and especially before or after major software updates or peak activity events. For many organizations, adapting to a new and dynamic regulatory environment means upgrading and enhancing their operational capabilities, including taking a more strategic approach to testing and making the necessary investment in tooling and resources. Paragon Application Systems has been at the forefront of payment testing innovation for over 30 years, empowering financial institutions, payment processors, and networks to ensure their mission-critical payment systems are always compliant, reliable, and operating at peak efficiency. The complex interplay of evolving legislation, emerging payment methods, and sophisticated cybersecurity threats paints a clear picture. Robust, automated, and comprehensive payment testing is no longer a luxury. It has become a business imperative. Is your organization prepared to navigate the complexities of today's payments landscape? Contact Paragon today for a consultation and discover how superior testing capabilities can transform your regulatory burdens into competitive advantages. Thank you for listening to our audio blog.